Hey guys, Troy Dooley, the Beachside CEO. Hope you guys are rocking it out. Hey, I'm actually reading the Wall Street Journal. I grabbed this up, wanted to get it. I was at Starbucks, and this is pretty solid. Now here, listen. This is the article right here, and this was just last week, November 1st and 2nd. It was the weekend edition this weekend, and it says rise and shine and eat protein. Says there is new evidence that dieters should join the breakfast club, especially if it includes a lot of protein. Now, we've all know that skipping breakfast has it's kind of like stress. They say you skip breakfast, if you're real stressed, then you can put on a lot of weight. Now, I'm constantly, almost every day, I'm at Harbor Docks, and whether I'm eating breakfast, just drinking coffee, I'm watching the dolphins in the harbor, I'm having a good time. But as I read this, it says right here, it says a researcher at the University of Missouri, and let me skip it. It says skipping breakfast has been long associated with excess body weight. And although scientists haven't established a causal link, now researchers at the University of Missouri are reporting that eating a high-protein breakfast is particularly effective in reducing food cravings, boosting dopamine, a brain chemical usually associated with the feeling of reward. The study was a small one, but if the findings hold up, they imply that breakfast rich in protein may add to the weight control. Now, here's what I'm reading that. I didn't worry about it over the weekend. Came back to the office, and I picked up a box that I'd been holding on to from ViSalus. Now, this is the ViSalus Crunch, because I thought, wait a minute. Blake and his crew had sent me over this stuff. I've been on the road. I got to check this out. And I was impressed with what I'd seen, because this was not the old ViSalus. We're not talking about just the weight management, the Body by Vi, the challenge and all that. I started looking at this stuff, and you guys know, man, I've had this kind of love-hate relationship. Sometimes I get frustrated at companies, but when companies are moving in the right direction, I think that's a positive sign that they're here for the long term, that they're wanting to do something. And so I started looking at what they had. This was the Vi Bites. This is the Fruit Frenzy. And I looked at it, it said gluten-free sweet treat. Now, first of all, I did not expect to see a gluten-free anything from ViSalus. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I want you to listen to me. Ryan, Blake, Nick, the whole crew at ViSalus has made it very clear they have one mission in life, and that is to be the healthiest fast food company in the world. Now, that didn't equate with me in the beginning. I'm thinking healthy, fast food, are we sure? And then I started looking at some of the stuff that they brought out, and I thought, man, this right here, this is gluten-free. It's a rocking little product. It's just fruit, just fried fruit. And then I started looking again. I went back to the article in the Wall Street Journal, and I'm studying it. And then I'm looking at their products, and I'm trying to figure this out. It says, to investigate the role of breakfast protein in dopamine production, the scientists recruited 16 overweight or obese female volunteers. All of them were about 19 years old, regularly breakfast skippers. During every other week, participants would randomly assign to one of the three breakfast patterns: none, normal, and high protein. Both breakfasts had 350 calories, but the non-normal breakfast had 13 grams of protein, while the high version had 35. Now, I went over to the ViSalus Crunch. I wanted to look at it. It says protein super cereal. It has 5 grams of fiber, 12 grams of protein. Now, I'm looking. It says 12 proteins, 570 calories, low fat, low sodium, vegetarian friendly. Grapeseed, rosemary extract, vitamins and minerals, no artificial colors or flavors. Again, was not a product I was anticipating from ViSalus, but I thought, okay, if this report is true, and I understand they only had some of the college, it sounds like they had some of the college girls there, but they had obese, fat college girls that were on this. Says the high protein included eggs, sausage, yogurt. Hey, let me look at this too. This is their new granola crunch deal. This looks pretty good right here. This is the chocolate macadamia granola. That was pretty good. But going back to this, the researchers provided breakfast to make sure the volunteers were eating what they were supposed to between each week on test subjects, and they just kept a normal routine. They kept following them, wanted to know what's doing. And I just thought, man, this is pretty good, because the end result says after each participation week, the volunteers were surveyed about their food cravings. They were tested for the dopamine markers. What else does it says? It says with one normal breakfast, the high-protein meal led to a 34% reduction in cravings for the high-fat foods and a 15-fold increase in dopamine. The high protein was even greater compared to no breakfast at all. So I thought, you know what? As much as I sometimes can get on the companies and say, let's do it right. Matter of fact, last week I was looking at loopholes and what companies do. My hat has got to go off to what ViSalus is doing. I think that any company, and it doesn't have to be ViSalus, it could be any company that will focus on what their vision, what their mission is. And if ViSalus wants to be the healthiest fast food company in the world, I tell you what, with the new products that they have brought out, and you know what, here, I better not do that, man. My wife would say, why are you abusing your teeth? But looking at this, and this is dried fruit, so understand, I might end up having to get some water. Can't get it open, man. But here's, that's probably a banana. Pineapple. Well, there's a blueberry. That's good. I know that's an apple. Guys, you know what? Tasty stuff. Again, article, Wall Street Journal, weekend edition. I apologize, I'm eating with mouthful. Rise, shine, and eat protein. And here's at least one network marketing company, and I'm sure there's others, but here's at least one that's actually fulfilling what not only their mission is, but what scientists are now saying could be very good. Protein in the morning. Whatever you do, don't skip breakfast and do it right. Live life like it's an epic adventure. Stay dangerous, stay strong, and if you're in network marketing, act like it.